Well, here's something you don't hear about every day.
And that was?
Well, domestic violence, domestic disputes, they're so commonplace they don't really often make the news, but it was the cheeseburger angle that caught our eye.
Yeah, the fucking writer on that just reaching for a story.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's clickbait.
Yeah, of course.
Well, here's another one that's a little bit of clickbait.
Okay.
Do you remember the doc and video, The Hunter?
Oh yeah, sure.
Do you remember what George Lynch was driving in that video?
Oh. Top of my head, I do not.
He was driving a red Ferrari.
Okay, yeah.
He was driving through the tunnel there in L.A., driving a red Ferrari.
Right.
Well, those Ferraris back in the 80s, they were a very popular car, very expensive.
Okay.
Well, classic Ferrari worth millions was stolen on a test drive.
Ooh, boy.
An opportunistic car collector used a test drive to make off with a Ferrari worth $2.2 million.
Oh, how did this... I can't wait to hear how this guy let that car out of his fucking sight.
The suspect had expressed interest in buying the 1985 Ferrari 288 GTO. He turned up by taxi to the dealership, and 2 hours later on a test drive, it was time to swap drivers. But when the seller stepped out of the car, the would-be buyer quickly hit the accelerator and vanished.
That's awesome.
The car was later found in a garage.
Oh, so they caught the guy.
They found it, yeah.
Yeah.
Police say the historic vehicle with 43,000 or 27,000 miles on it should be valued at more than $2 million.
Wow. I don't know if you read this, but in an interesting side note to this, that the guy that was working at the car dealer, the car salesman, is now working at BW3's grilling.
Yeah. I heard there was an opening over there.
Yeah, he filled an open spot.
Yeah. Well, when one door closes, another one opens.
That's right. Nobody going to steal these fries the way they stole that car.
Right. A listing for the car on the dealer's website says it once belonged to former Northern Ireland Formula One driver Eddie Irvine, who raced for Ferrari between 1996 and 1999.
Wow.
Similar vehicles are frequently listed with prices of around $3 million in the U.S. They are often sold through specialty auctions at the likes of Sotheby's.
Okay.
Luckily, the investor, the distinctive car in bright Italian Rosso Corsa red, attracted so much attention that was quickly found on Tuesday evening after the police appealed for witnesses.
What do you think he was trying to do? You think he was trying to, black market sell it?
Could have been.
Chop it, or
he
what?
might have figured out a way to try to get it out of the country.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not like you can put it on eBay.
No.
You got to have a plan to do that.
Yeah. Well, I think you saw that, what was it, like a 5 or 6 part documentary about the black market here in the U.S.
Oh, yeah,
Remember, I think they covered each individual black market thing where, there were black market drugs, and then there were black market, what do you want to call, designer stuff. Mm-hmm, and then there were black market cars.
Right.
And that one was fascinating because out in Silicon Valley, where there's a lot of very affluent people.
Sure.
Over in, I think it's Ghana. I think it's like Ghana, Africa.
Yeah.
They have like 100% sales tax over there. So if you buy like a $40,000 car, your sales tax on that is $40,000. So it's like $80,000 to buy a $40,000 car.
Right, sure.
And what these black market guys do, especially around the Silicon Valley area, is that these people over there will tell the black market dealer, hey, I'm looking for let's just say a Jeep Cherokee or something. It's like a more high-end Jeep or something.
Yeah, okay.
And their guys here in the States will kind of keep their eyes open for something like that.
Sure.
And they'll kind of stalk it once they see it. They'll kind of like follow the owner who's ever driving it, see their driving habits and their parking habits and all this and that. And then they'll basically, when they figure, okay, I kind of get the pattern that this person, goes through on a daily basis, I'll figure out the most opportunistic time to snag that car.
Right. Time, route, all that stuff.
Exactly. And so they do that, and as soon as they snag that car, they take it directly to some shop or like a garage or something close to a shipping port.
Right.
And then they put it in a shipping container and put it in there with a bunch of other shit.
Right.
And then customs never even looks at it.
Right.
And then it gets over to the other country, and they basically get another car for, a new car for whatever it is that they paid the black market guy for.
Right.
So they might have paid the black market guy, say $10,000 to get them that car.
Right.
And then ship it to them. And then, they avoid the sales tax and, the import tax and all that other shit.
Well, you got to. I mean, it sounds like the government's fucking them well enough that they need to do some fucking of their own.
Yeah, they basically have. But that's kind of how it was spelled out in the documentary.
Wow. So just a car like that, though, $2 million. I don't think you want to sell that for $50,000.
No. But, for somebody who may have attempted to steal that car, they may have tried to maybe figure out a way of shipping it out of the country, undetected.
Sure. Yeah, well, obviously he didn't try hard enough that he got caught in a garage.
Yeah. Well, I remember seeing a lot of those cars in the 80s.
Yeah.
I mean, they were
the doors that open up, right?
The gull wing doors.
Yeah.
Yeah. They, those were featured prominently in like music videos and things like that. And I just remember in that Hunter video, George Lynch was driving one of those.
Sure. Now he's living in one.
Yeah. The suspect, however, remains at large. Police have released photographs of the man inspecting the Ferrari before the theft.
Right.
The managing director of the dealership told the newspaper the man had exchanged calls and emails over the course of a number of weeks. So he was kind of stalking it out.
Sure.
Bernard so-and-so told the newspaper that the car could never be sold on the market and it was too flashy.
Right.
Yeah, but you took it out of the country and renumbered it and shit.
Yeah. Some leader in Venezuela or Ghana or somewhere.
Exactly.
Driving in that.
Exactly. Insiders, the only real buyers for such a rare collector's item, would instantly know it was a stolen vehicle, he said, as all the models of this type ever sold were well known. Only 272 of the Ferrari 288 GTOs were ever built.
So, yeah, you'd see one and you'd be like, wait a minute here.
Yeah.
Let's go to the list and see whose that is.
Yeah.
Well, hey, sucks to be him, but that is funny.
Yeah.
How fast was that guy fired? Do you think that he even went back? Would you even go back to the office?
No, it's just like, what do you mean you left that guy at the wheel while you got out to switch places with him?
Yeah. Don't even take your name tag. Just beat it. The only reason you go back is to get in your own car and leave.
Yeah.
That's the only reason you go back to the dealership. I can't even imagine what this guy. I would love to get this guy on the phone just to ask him, how do you walk in and tell your manager that this $2.2 million car just walked away?
Yeah. What were the first words out of your mouth as soon as you saw that the taillights of that car just disappearing into the darkness?
Yeah. After you said, "Oh fuck."
Oh fuck.
Or what were your words? Were they "oh fuck" or were they no? Because it had to be one of the two. There's no other response that would make sense there except for A or B. Wow. Poor guy. You know now he. Where do you think he works now? Bob's fast cars.
He's a greeter at Walmart.
Yeah. He's probably still in the car industry. He works at one of them places. We'll finance anybody.
Yeah.
You got EBT? We'll get you a car.
Yeah, he's at Bob's Rent-A-Heap.
Yeah, exactly. The lemon wagon. Oh, wow.
You love that, huh?
That's funny.